thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for being my guinea pig.
Thank you for letting me be your guinea pig. I appreciate it.
Pleasure's mine. My name is Joy Curry, and I'm your local Gainesville expert.
I'm Bianca Stewart, licensed esthetician, 15 years next year. Partner with the owner of Renew Skin Bar, Marcita Welcome. We are a women-owned business. We have been established, well, it was Renew Skin Bar, and now we're Renew Skin Bar LLC. So we did purchase it from another esthetician, Renee Cobb, and she's been in business 7 years prior to us taking it over. So we're just furthering along, building the brand, building the empire.
And I'm sitting really close to her, and I can tell you her skin's spectacular.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
So how long have you been in Gainesville?
I have been in Gainesville for about 5 years.
Okay.
About 5 years, yeah. Back and forth. I was here when I was a kid. So originally I'm from Decatur, Georgia.
Okay.
And I spent most of my life in adult life there. I do, however, have always had family in Gainesville. So I've been back and forth. But recently I've been here for 5 years.
Okay. And what do you like about Gainesville?
I love the diversity of it all because UF is like one of the biggest well-known schools. There's everyone's here from different ages to different races. Just everybody's here. So you get so much more diversity, especially in my field. I love it. I have all kinds of clients and I love that.
Fantastic. What made you decide to go into skincare and become an esthetician?
Wow. So I was so into makeup in high school. And I never thought of it as a career because originally I was going to school to be an elementary school teacher.
Okay.
And it just, life didn't work out that way. So I was approached by my cosmetology teacher in high school and she suggested, have you ever thought about skincare as a career? And I was like, I never thought about that. So she told me a really good private school that had good skincare. I went there. I loved it. I've been doing it ever since. And I mean, essentially, I'm still educating, just not elementary school kids, but I am educating skin. So I got to do both things that I wanted to do, and I love it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Learning, getting older, my skin's, it changed, now it's changing again.
It does. It changes with your hormones. It changes with age. It changes with life. So yeah, it's definitely a maintenance thing.
Yeah, it's not the same thing, same size fits all.
It's not. It's really not.
Okay, awesome.
But you're beautiful.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm changing my skincare.
Yeah, I'll help her with that.
Awesome. Can you tell me a story about an experience that you had with a client where you really impressed them or wowed them or made their day?
Absolutely. So one of my clients, she had been to so many different estheticians. She's been to so many different spas. She's tried so many products, whatever was trending, tried this, that. And she was like, I just don't know what's wrong with my skin. Like, I can't figure it out. And a lot of times people get tired of spending so much money on products that it doesn't work. And then they feel like I'm out of money. And so she came to me, I assessed her skin, and it comes to find out that she just was dealing with texture. And what that means is she just had a buildup of skin that we had to get down to the bottom of, but a lot of also stemmed behind dehydration.
Aha, so since she was dehydrated, her skin was layering upon itself. Would that be
That's part of it. It can do that when you're dehydrated. It gets really dry, cakey like. It's like it needs, well, really hyaluronic acid, but it's a form of, it needs water. And so also with the texture, we did need to get to the bottom. So exfoliation is the key to texture. And so we got her a good exfoliation routine, well, skincare routine altogether, but it had a good exfoliation in it. And yeah, she loves her skin. The texture is gone, and she figured out that's after all of this, that's what it was. It was texture. And she got rid of the texture, and she's been happy and a client ever since.
hey,
So
that works.
yeah, so that was really, she's still one of my best ones. I love her.
Good clients are worth their weight in gold.
Yes.
So what about this business is challenging?
I would say it fluctuates because, you know, you're not at the point where you're just like, I'm booked months out. So it does. The clientele fluctuates until you can build a brand and build a name for yourself. So that could be challenging. I would say, that is such a good question. What is challenging about this job is I mean, I don't know if it's challenging because I love a good challenge. But what could be challenging is just working with so many different people, so many different skin conditions. It's not like going to a job where you know what to do every day. Because there's times when you're like, scratching my head on this a little bit. But that's the best part about education. And that's the part about being transparent. If my client comes to me and I just really don't know, I'm just not going to do something for the sake of doing it. I'm going to say, you know what? This isn't doing me. I'm learning too. We're always learning. And this is so what I would suggest to them, whether it's a product they're asking me about that I don't know about, or something going on with their skin that's just like, okay, has me just lost. I will tell them, listen, I need to either reach out to somebody that I know is more experienced than me, get their opinion on it, see what they think. Or if it's a product, let me do a little bit more research. I will get back to you on that product. But it's about being transparent. And it's just about, sometimes it's not black and white. It's not a cookie cutter job.
Okay.
But if you love that, you'll love it. And I love that I don't do the same thing.
Hey, that's one of the things I do love is my clients always make it an adventure.
Yes.
You never know who's going to come in the door, and you never know what you're going to find when you open that door of a house.
Exactly. You're right. So that's what it's like. And that's the beauty of it for me.
Okay. Awesome. I like that. And we do all have different facial, different types of skin. And shoot, the T-zone. I remember having the T-zone and different oils with the T-zone.
The T-zone. Yeah. And that's what most people are only in their T-zone.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, so where do you see yourself being in the next 5 years?
Years. It seems so far away and it's so short all at the same time.
That's
in
true.
the next 5 years, I at least want to have another location. I do have a couple of business plans in the work that I would like to see get off the ground. But just ultimately expansion. I would love to expand the brand, expand products, expand everything, locations, multiple locations. So ultimately in 5 years, I would like to see.
So you kind of being more the manager and having estheticians working under you?
Yes, I would love more estheticians, have some cosmetologists, nail techs, just open it up. Yes, massage therapists. Just open up a really nice, well-rounded spa.
There's nothing better than walking into a well-rounded spa, knowing you got 2 or 3 things going that day. You got the on it.
Yeah.
You're like,
just book me for everything.
Yes. Okay. Now for education, because you've talked multiple times about always learning. How do you learn? Are you a YouTuber, a book reader? What's your best method of learning?
So for me, right now, TikTok is hot. I know. So I learned so much on TikTok, but I love YouTube. So I probably don't read as much books as I should. Because I guess the way technology is going, everything is so virtual now. So ebooks and things like that. So I'm definitely big on like YouTube, TikTok. And a lot of times I just like to search the web though. I feel like I get so much knowledge searching the web. And so if there's like anything that like catches my eye, or if there's something I remember a client talking about, I'm like, I really would like to know more about that. I will research that. If something new is trending, this is the new trending. There's always something new trending. New trending machine, new trending facial, new trending product. I'm always searching.
Okay.
But also as well though, I do like to go out and reach out to like different people in my community to get together, see what they know. We can learn from each other. And a lot of times they do have conventions. They have skin conventions everywhere. And I like to attend skin conventions because, you can never stop learning. This is a field that has no cap. And that's why I love it.
You're not going to get stuck doing it again.
You cannot get stuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So what would you say is your biggest inspiration?
My biggest inspiration would be Joelle Lee.
I say I have, but I'll go TikToker.
She was the esthetician for Michelle Obama.
Okay.
Yeah, she is a celebrity esthetician. She has built her brand, her name. She is such an inspiration. I just watch how she built her business from the ground up, and amazing. She's amazing. So I would say she's definitely an inspiration for me.
That's awesome. We always have to find new ways to build our brand.
Yes.
Because our brand is, especially when you're, a 1 or 2 woman show, it's your brand.
It is, and you have to be innovative when you're building a brand because things are new every day.
That's very true. Okay, and then what would be your biggest takeaway when it comes to having your own business? You're not working for the man or the woman.
Right.
It's you.
Yep.
We wear how many hats?
It's on me. Right. And you wear all the hats.
You wear them all.
So the biggest takeaway from having your own business or starting your business is dedication. It's gonna take a lot of your time if you want to do it right.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to have a successful business, you have to pour into that business, which means you have to wear all the hats. It's gonna take a lot of your time, but you have to be dedicated to staying on top. So whatever field you're in when it comes to starting business, always knowing what's the next happening thing, always being educated on what's going on, stay in the knowing. Stay on social media. That's the world we live in. Stay on social media, see what's going on, see the people in your area that are doing the same thing as you. See what they're doing. See how people are responding to them as well. Linking up with people who are in the same field and business as you. So, but it will take all of your time. And if you love it though, it feels more like a hobby. Sometimes. But if you love it, and I mean, there's days, of course, you're like, take a break today. But if you love it, it kind of feels like a hobby. And to watch it grow, you feel so good. So you're like, I want to do more. This is like putting a seed in the ground, and you're going to do the work to water and make sure because you want to see the plant come up. And as soon as you see something, you're like, I'm excited. Let's keep going. And so I would say dedication.
Okay. I like that. But I keep looking at it. If we keep chipping at that block, eventually we're going to have the shape that we want, or we're going to have the brand we want, or it's just that every day.
And some days it feels like nothing's happening or it's stagnant, but like you said, Joy, keep going.
Exactly, Miss Bianca. One more question. Looking where you are now, you went back 2 years ago. What would be the advice you would have given to yourself 2 years ago, that since you know where you are now?
2 years ago, I would have told myself to be more confident.
I like that.
Yes,
be more confident.
More. A lot of times we shrivel up and we think, I can't do that. Or we see other people and say, I would never be that person, or I could never reach that. And you have to tell yourself you can.
Yeah.
And so I would tell my younger self, be more confident. Or even just 2 years ago, you got this. Step out, do your thing. You have the knowledge, you have the support, you have what you need to go forward.
I love that. That's very true.
So that's what I would tell myself.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being my very first. I got to interview a business owner.
Yes, ma'am. Well, thank you for having me, and I'm glad to be here.
Fantastic. You're very good at being vocal, so it's been easy.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're not one-word answers.
No. So I think that's a good thing. No.
All right. Well, then that is a wrap.
Yes, thank you so much.